Hello. I'm just gonna, hey Sumaya. I'm just gonna make sure I've got my sound on. Do that. Okay. Simone, hi. I can see you're out for a morning walk. And hey Anna. Lovely. So we've got a couple of minutes before we start. If you wanted to jump on and say hi in the meantime and say where you are and how you're going, you're really welcome to do that. You can just hit the unmute button on your screen and pop on and say hi.
Good morning.
Morning.
I'm Simone in Brunswick. It's currently pitch black, but the sun is coming up, which is lovely.
Beautiful. I can see the beautiful colours of the clouds behind you there.
Yeah.
It's nice to see you.
It's lovely to see you.
Hi, Abram and Mel. I can see that you've joined too. Hey, Mel.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. This is like my second session today. You were sleeping whilst I was working. So it's like 9 o'clock in the evening now. So I'm like ready to go to bed. It's really lovely.
Oh, beautiful. It's so nice to have you joining us.
Yeah, I'm so glad I've got access to it all now.
Great. Yeah. So the way I might move in towards the practice and let you know what's going to happen in this session. And for those, so just so that you know, if you're on Zoom, that this is also streaming live via Facebook. So it's really up to you how much you'd like to have your camera on or off. And for those who may be watching on Facebook Live or watching the recording after, hi, I'm Mei Lai, and really happy to be sharing these practices with you over this time. And also the intention was really to create a space for us to come together as community and have a little opportunity to share. So not just to be doing some practices, but also to be sharing and letting each other know what's going on and finding what's useful as ways of support. I suspect probably nearly all of us now where we are in some kind of shutdown or mostly staying at home. So for today's practice, and I know that we've got people who are just waking up in Australia, me included, it's cold here, and we've got people from Jordan in the Middle East and in Germany. Are you in Germany, Mel? I think so. Yeah. So I know it's different time zones. The practice my morning is a little bit more of a gentle, energizing practice. And I know that some of you are on your way to bed. So I will also adapt the practice, and you can make it as strong or as gentle as you like. It can also just be a gentle connecting practice if you prefer, and not to make it too energizing before you make your way to bed. So for this, you're welcome to be seated or standing. I'm going to slide myself back a little bit here so you can see a little bit more, and hopefully you can still hear me. If you can't at any time, just give me a wave and let me know. So as a way of beginning, and also to know, for some you might be at home with your families, some of you might be at home by yourself, and in this time of physical distancing, I know for me especially, I'm noticing what it's like to have zero human contact, zero human physical contact. I'm staying by myself at the moment. I'm fortunate to have friends nearby in the house, but of course we're staying meters away. I'm in isolation after coming back from overseas. So partly in that of knowing that we're not getting so much physical contact, I thought we might start with a practice that is a self-touch practice. Can also sometimes be grounding or sometimes energizing. So you're welcome to do this and see how it is for you. So to start this one, very simple. Might bring one hand across to your opposite shoulder, just like you're giving yourself a bit of a massage and a squeeze. And it's up to you how much pressure you use. And in your own timing, you can make your way down your arm. And you might see if you'd like a little firmer touch or a little gentler touch. It could even be quite gentle. And you might try a few different types of touch or pressure and see which one feels the most nourishing for your body. And at any time, you could change over to the other side. And if you are exploring this practice of self-touch and some squeezing or pressure, maybe you're noticing the sensation of that where you're touching your body. There might be different types of sensation you could be noticing. Might be the pressure, might be temperature, might be the texture of your clothes on your skin. It's a way of letting your body know we're here. You might take that up to your neck, giving the back of your neck a bit of a massage. Maybe also your face. Again, that might be stronger pressure, or it might be lighter pressure. And you're welcome to continue with that practice if that feels supportive, with that pressing, squeezing, self-touch in this more gentle way. You're also welcome to use that in different areas of your body if you like. Or if you'd like something a little more energizing, I'm going to move to standing. You're welcome to stay seated or to move to standing as well if you like. So I'm going to be standing back a little bit. So hopefully you can still hear me from here. And we'll do a little bit more tapping. So the tapping can be either with the fist or with the palm of your hand. And maybe starting again around the neck and the shoulders. So this is a little bit more energizing, invigorating. Again, it's up to you how much pressure you use. You might be following along with me or finding your own way around your own body. So maybe down one arm, even a little tap into the palm of your hand, in the back of your hand. And here you could take it across your chest, maybe even both hands on your chest, stimulating the thyroid gland, thymus, here around your throat and your upper chest, and then over to the other side if you like. And you might experiment with how much pressure you use. Move your way down your arm, either with a closed fist or with an open palm, into the palm of your hand. And then here you could move to your fingertips and tap your head. You'll be noticing that awakens any sensation, feelings through your head, neck. You could also do a gentle tap on your face if you wanted to try that too. And maybe back towards your chest and rib cage. And then the option to move around towards your kidneys. Here just at the base of your rib cage in the back of your body. Your adrenal glands sit on top of your kidneys. So this can be a nice area to give a little bit of massage or touch. Adrenal glands producing your stress hormones, so that can just be a way of giving them a little bit of relief. And then from here, maybe moving towards your hips and down one leg. Again, you can try fists or open palms, as gentle or as strong pressure as you like. And down towards your lower legs and maybe even your feet. As you get to your feet, if you wanted to, you could give them a little bit of a squeeze and a little bit of a massage. And then in your own timing, making your way back up your leg and across to the other hip. And there may be areas of your body that would prefer not to be touched today. And it's really up to you how you do this. It's your body and your choice. Maybe making your way down to your foot. You might arrive at your foot and give it a little bit of a squeeze. And then making your way back up. And for these last few moments, you're welcome to find any area of your body that might like a little bit more. Maybe an area that you missed that you want to come back to. And then as you're ready, maybe taking a moment to pause. You might be noticing some different sensations in your body here. Maybe some tingling or some warmth. And knowing that the sensations might be pleasant or they might be unpleasant. And it's also just building that capacity to be with different types of feelings and sensations. If you'd like a little bit more energizing here, we could move into some shaking. This is a practice that's used a lot in medical qigong. This is where I first learned it. We would be shaking for about 20 minutes and then running around the room as well. So if you have a room that you'd like to have a little bit of a run around in, feel free to do that. And the idea here, if you like to let your joints, let your body be a little softer, so you can really get some movement through your joints instead of holding on to tension here. You might be letting your shoulders join in. Maybe your hips might move a little side to side, and you could even pick up one leg or the other leg and give it a shake as well. Another option here is to add a little bit of sound in. So that might be a sigh, maybe a full breath in. I love this. This always makes me laugh. So you're welcome. I know you've got, for those who are on Zoom, you're not on microphone. So you're welcome to make as much noise as you might like. And you're welcome to continue with this shaking for a little longer if you like, or knowing that you're welcome to come to a pause at any time too. And if you're following along with me, then slowly letting the shaking come to a stop. Again, maybe taking a moment to pause here and notice any sensations in your body. You might be noticing a rush of tingling down your arms or down your legs. Perhaps noticing your breathing. There might be some changes in your breathing. Or some of you might be noticing your heart beating. The invitation to lovingly be with what you notice, if that's possible. So from here, we can move into some half sun salutations. Again, you could do this seated as well. So know that that's an option if you prefer to be seated with a more gentle practice. You're welcome to follow along with me or to move at your own pace here. So you're welcome to begin by reaching your arms up and joining your hands together. I'm going to step back a little. And then moving towards a forward fold. And that might be placing your hands on your thighs above your knees for some support. Or it might be sliding your hands down your lower legs or maybe even to the floor. And then lengthening your spine long, reaching forward and folding down again. If you have your hands on your thighs, you could use them for support as you press or roll your way up to standing. And again, reaching your arms up. Palms might join together and then bringing them down through the center and releasing your arms by your side. So that's a half sun salutation. We might do about 5 or 6 of these, and you're welcome to follow along with me or to move at your own pace. And another option is to add in your breath with your movement if that feels useful. If it doesn't feel useful, you can leave it aside and focus on the movements. So reaching your arms to the sky, joining your palms together and folding forward. Hands to thighs, shins or the floor. Reaching your spine long and folding forward again. Making your way up to standing, maybe rolling up and reaching your arms back to the sky. Palms might join together, bringing them down the center and releasing them by your side. Again, now maybe inhaling to reach up if you're adding in your breath, and exhaling to fold forward. Just the option to add in breath. Inhale, halfway lift, long spine, and exhaling to fold forward. Rolling your way back up to standing, and inhaling to reach your arms up. Exhaling to bring your arms back down. You're welcome to pause or rest at any time, or to keep following along with me or at your own pace. Exhaling to fold. Inhale, halfway lift, long spine. And exhale, folding again. Rolling your way up to standing. Inhaling to reach your arms. And exhaling to lower down. And the breath cues are optional. Reaching your arms up. Stretching tall. And folding forward. Hands to thighs, shins or the floor. Halfway lift, extending your spine long and folding forward. Rolling your way up to standing, reaching your arms to the sky. Releasing your arms down. So you're welcome to take maybe 2 more of these in your own time. You're welcome to add anything in or leave anything out. If you find a place that you'd like to hold for a little, you're welcome to do that. Maybe listening into your own body and adapting what you're doing to best nourish your own body. Maybe 1 more round. If you wanted a little more guidance on this last round and to add in more of a forward fold, you could pause in your forward fold. An option here is to take your hands and interlace them behind your back for a shoulder stretch, maybe reaching your arms up towards the sky. Hope you can still hear me from there. And if you are in the forward fold, anytime you're ready, releasing your arms, rolling your way up, Maybe one last stretch, arms reaching to the sky and back down. And taking your time to finish, whether that's now or in a few moments. And moving back towards a seat. So as you finish, you're welcome either to find a seat or to stay standing as you prefer. We might take a couple of minutes here just for a little meditation or a little observation of the effects of your practice. You could have your eyes open or closed as you like. Perhaps noticing any sensations or feelings in your body. Knowing that if it feels difficult to notice sensations in your body or not useful, that you can also leave that aside and just be where you are in the space that you're in this moment in time. Perhaps noticing your breathing. You might notice if there's been any change in your breathing from the start of the practice through to now. Knowing that sometimes we notice change and sometimes we don't. And the invitation here as we move towards closing the practice is to start to turn your attention outward by listening to the sounds around you, if there are any sounds around you. Opening up the faculty of your hearing, and allowing the sounds to reach you. And if your eyes are closed, you could slowly open them. And when your eyes are open, you might like to take a little bit of a look around you, just to take in the space where you are, reorient yourself to the room or the outdoors. And then by way of closing the practice together, there's a gesture you would like to take with your hands. For some, that can be hands together in front of your chest. Others may place your hands on your body. So that could be a choice. And this is a way of maybe honoring your body or finding some sense of gratitude for practicing this morning and coming together in this way. And offering yourself this conscious moment of care. And if you'd like, you might let your awareness and prayer extend out to the others who are joining in this practice from around the world, and to any of your loved ones or dear ones who might be needing a little bit more love at this time, and care and support. And you're welcome to include in your prayer and your thoughts anyone else. Maybe that you encompass the whole world. Thank you so much for joining in the practice this morning, this evening. If you like, so that's the end of the practice. If you wanted to jump offline at this point, go about your day or your evening, you're welcome to do that. For those who would like to stick around for a little bit of some sharing, then you're really welcome to do that too. We've got just under 10 minutes or so. And if you are staying and wanting to have a check-in and share, you're welcome. If you've got questions about the practice or something you wanted to share about the practice, you're welcome to do that. If you wanted a little bit more guidance or a little more specific question, perhaps a question for us to consider together is what you've been doing to energize yourself, especially for those who might be stuck indoors, to energize or find a little bit of vitality. A couple of ideas. And of course, you're so welcome too, just to jump in and share, what's going on for you at the moment or what you might be feeling, if that feels more useful.
Good morning, Mei Lai. It's Kate. How are you?
Hey, Kate. I'm good. How are you?
I'm well. I'm just waking up. I guess what energizes me is looking at my garden. So just watering the garden, observing the plants, giving them some hopeful energy that they prosper, knowing that not all of them will survive, and trying to be okay with that, with my seedlings. But that's what energizes me. And yeah, so I guess in terms of the practice, it was a bit of a struggle this morning to get up, and I felt some resistance, but it was awesome that you were there, you were live, and there are other people around all doing the same practice. So it's always worthwhile. It's just that little bit of easing yourself into the morning. So thank you again for practice.
Yeah, so welcome. I felt that too this morning. My body's been on Bali time still, which is 3 hours ahead. And I'm usually an early riser, and been struggling to get up before 8 o'clock. So for me this morning, I was like, oh, that was good. I have to get up early. So thank you all for helping me get up out of bed early too. Oh, beautiful.
Hi, Mei Lai and everyone. I just also wanted to say thank you for making me get out of bed this morning. It was really, really, that was energizing in itself. The other thing that I've been trying to do is have a shower and rub salt all over myself every morning, and imagine that I'm in a little pink cocoon, and I try to sit with the thoughts about what everyone is experiencing, and remain positive about all the wonderful things that it's doing for the animals and the plants. And in my mind, I just imagine all these tiny little plants growing and having all this freedom without humans walking and trekking all over them or pulling them out. So that's something that I think energizes me.
Thank you. That sounds like a beautiful practice. I was like, maybe I'll do that today too. Salt rub.
Yeah, do it. It's great.
So nice.
Hello. Morning. Hi, Mei Lai. Thank you for the practice. It's really, for me, it's quite beautiful to be led by someone else because it's quite unusual. I usually live in the Himalayas in India, but I'm in Australia now because my brother just died. So I came back quickly for that. So I'm at my parents' house, and, you know, he used to live with them. So I'm helping with, well, just the grieving, but also all of the practical things. And although I would have, as I came down from the mountains, I knew he was dying, and I, you know, wanted to stay here for a month or two just to be with them. Of course, then the coronavirus thing also, I can't leave anyway. So, but yeah, it's just good to be with other people practicing. My practices are very precious, you know, in difficult times. So, yeah, and I really feel for what the other women said then. Mum has a big garden here, and I don't think I could survive without that. And we've been planting vegetables, and yeah, I feel happy that the earth is getting a rest, that everyone's slowed down and stopped flying, and maybe we could rebirth a new way of living and change our systems and consider the crisis of capitalism, which is underneath everything else, you know. Yeah, so thank you for letting me share, and I enjoy to be with you all. Much love.
Thank you so much for sharing, and sending you and your family so much love over this time as well. Yeah, I just feel like these are really, I hear you about what it's like to be led, and I actually find in these times too, you know, I'm so fortunate to have my own practice, or our own practices to lean on, but to actually rest in the support of somebody else in that, so precious and so important. That's why I wanted to do this, so that we can actually come together as well, and yeah, be with each other in this really real way. So thank you so much. So happy to have you with us. So we've got just a couple of minutes left if anyone else would like to share. Hanadi, I'm going to say hi. You don't have to put yourself on or speak if you don't want to, but I can see that you're with us here, so I wanted to say hello.
Hi, I'm so excited to hear all. Sorry, my English is not better, but I I will try to see the exercise, and I can understand what you see, all of you. Thank you for this yani choice.
You're so welcome, Hanadi. It's so nice to have you here, and some of the other team from Jordan. So I hope that there's some other times that you're able to join. Please feel free to share it with the team there as well.
Thanks. If you any, I want to. Yeah, my name is Hanadi. I'm in Jordan. I'm work in victim torture survivor as a psychologist. I'm so excited really to more practice about self-care, specific in the recently event. I hope to share my experience, and I want to take any your experience. I want to sorry again about my English. Uh, just that's it. Mei Lai.
Yeah, thank you so much, Hanadi. Happy to share as much as possible, and feel free to reach out to me if there's any other questions that you have come up, or yeah, anything like that. Very happy to be of support.
Thanks.
Yeah, thank you. So we've just gone on the half hour, so let's close up here for today. Thank you so much for joining. If you've been watching via Facebook Live, thank you. And tomorrow the practice will be at 6 p.m. Melbourne, Australia time, and I'll post the Zoom link and the details up there as well, and hope to see some of you again soon. Sending so much love and gratitude to you, and thank you so much for being here together. Bye.